The KO comeback of Kieth one-time Thurman. What now and what's next? Hello fight fans, this is Coach Nathan of NS Champ 7 Part Boxing Series at nschamp7.com with a look back at this week's long-awaited return of Kieth Thurman and a look ahead to his future prospects in the junior middleweight division. Okay, now the former two-time and former unified world welterweight champion Thurman, whose record is now 33 wins, 1 defeat with 1 no contest, with 23 by way of knockout. He returned after over a 3-year layoff with an explosive third-round knockout over a game but overmatched Brock Jarvis, whose record is now 22 wins, 2 defeats, with 20 by way of knockout. Now in the lead-up coming into this fight, as a fan, I was hoping the match would be as explosive and intense as the trash talk, which was mostly initiated by Thurman. And as it turned out, it was, even though it was only 3 rounds of action. I also thought that after watching the training camp of Brock, that he definitely had an above puncher's chance to win because of his excellent condition, his youth, he's only 27 years of age, and Kieth Thurman's injuries and inactivity. Remember folks, he's had 1 fight in about 6 years. However, Kieth's experience, lateral movement, and his big mouth set Brock up to come forward in the early rounds. Which, having done so, he studied his weaknesses and his tendencies. And you saw the results when the tables turned in the 3rd round when Kieth was the aggressor, landing 3 big right hands, which set up the finishing 4-punch combination, which was punctuated by a picture-perfect left uppercut. To his credit, Brock got up but had absolutely nothing left. The official ending, a TKO at 2 minutes and 19 seconds of the 3rd round. As for what's next, probably the match that was supposed to happen last year against, at that time, undefeated WBO champ Tim Tszyu, which was postponed because of Thurman's injury that he suffered in training. So the big question now, if that fight is to go down, is this: how much was Tim exposed and how much has he lost in his decision loss to now champion Sebastian Fundora, and his devastating 3rd round knockout loss to lightly regarded Bakram Murtazalev, who is now the IBF junior middleweight champ. Oh, and by the way, Murtazalev is a tough, undefeated, 6-foot Russian fighter who can flat-out punch, as witnessed by what he did to Tszyu, as well as having 17 knockouts and 23 wins. A fight with him and Thurman would be a high-risk, low-reward. So the big money matchups, which Kieth said he's gunning for, will be Tim Tszyu, or if Tim loses to his upcoming opponent Joey Spencer in April, another big money matchup will be the comebacking Errol Spence Jr., which I believe would be easy pickings, meaning low risk, high reward because of the name and notoriety, and especially if Spence doesn't take a tune-up match before this happens. But of course, folks, this is just one trainer's analysis. So, don't forget, for elite boxing instruction, elite boxing analysis, and elite boxing philosophy, click that like and notification button, share and subscribe to NS Champ 7 Part Boxing Series at nschamp7.com. And as always, I'll be seeing you the next main event.